Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. Are you in the market for a new home? I'm giving you my top rules of real estate for home buyers. Also, I really smacked you good, didn't I, girlfriend?
Yes, you did.
What's that feel like when you get a Suze Smackdown? Does your head just go, whoa? And you ask me, can I afford it?
I have adored Porsche since I was 17 years old.
Are you ready for this decision? Do you get where I'm going here?
Yes, I do.
Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. Tonight, I want to talk to all of you out there that are thinking about buying a home. So many of you still see that interest rates are low, prices are still good, and you just either want to buy a first-time home or you want to sell your home and buy another home. But no matter what your situation, here are my top 5 rules for buying a home. Number 1, I don't want you to even think about looking at a home that's more expensive than the one that you can afford. So many real estate agents, you tell them you want to spend $200,000 on a house, and what do? They show you homes for $300,000. Now you fall in love with these, and then you go and look at a home for $200,000, and it all looks like, ugh, you don't like it anymore. And you start to justify in your head, well, it's only this much more per month. I can afford this home. It's not just the mortgage, it's the property taxes, it's the insurance, it's everything. So do not look at a house that is above the price that you want to spend. Number 2, do not fall in love at first sight. Do not just say, oh, this home is beautiful, and you buy it. I want you to look under the hood, so to speak. If they have furniture in front of windows, can you just move the furniture a little bit and see, are there any leaks? Can you flush the toilets and see, is there good pressure? Can you turn on the water and see, is the water getting hot right away? Look at the air conditioners, look at the heaters, run them all and make sure that you're not buying something that you're going to have to then replace and where you're going to get that money. So look at everything that could possibly cost you money. Number 3. Don't just look at the house. You need to look at the location of the house, meaning your neighbors. What is it like on weekends? What's it like late at night? If it's a condo or a co-op, what's it like with your upstairs neighbors? So I don't want you to just look once and say, I'm buying. I want you to come back at all times of day. I want you to come back at all days of the week. I want you to really drive around the neighborhood and see what's going on before you buy. And number 4, can you just find out what the home really costs to live in while you're there? Ask the real estate agent. You want to see the electricity bills, the water bills, the garbage bills, whatever it may be. What does it really cost to live in that home to keep it going? Because sometimes it may be more expensive than you have any idea, and you can't afford it. So find these things out before you buy. But last but not least, number 5. Can you just know the true cost of buying the home? So many of you have the money to put down. Everything, you have it so tight. You've scheduled every dollar and where it needs to go. But the problem is, do you have the money for the closing costs, what it's going to cost you to get the loan? Do you have the money to physically move from where you are to your new home? Do you have that money? Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in trouble. So if you can just follow those 5 rules, I promise you, you will be a far happier homeowner because chances are you're going to be able to afford the home that you just bought. We are going to M&M, Mary in Montana. Girlfriend, go for it.
Hey, Susie. I'm a single mother trying to hold on to my home and my current lifestyle until my youngest heads off to college in about a year. He may stay here, though, in state. I'm overextended in my mortgage payments, and I'm looking to refinance. The balloon payment is due in 2 years, so I have to refinance by then at least. How do I shop around for the best mortgage rate without getting too many hard inquiries on my credit report.
Yeah, you know, you can shop as often as you want within a 2-week period of time for mortgages without it impacting your FICO score, because they realize that's what you're doing. If you do it one now, 2 months from now, 2 months after that, it starts to impact because you keep looking. But within a 2-week period of time, do it all at once. It should not impact your FICO score whatsoever. The real question is, when you say you're overextended on your home payments, have you been late with them at all?
No, I've actually been utilizing some savings to make those payments somewhat. I've been supplementing. I mean, I almost make enough money to do it. I feel like if I lowered my payments, I would probably
be okay.
Be okay.
And is this a house that you should really be keeping, or is this a house that you should be selling and possibly renting? Or is this a house that you should be selling and buying something smaller? Are any of those things ringing true as I say them?
Possibly yes.
Possibly yes, because I'm afraid that if you do refinance, there is money that you're going to have to be upfront to refinance because you're going to have closing costs. So now we've refinanced, closing costs, we've extended the length of the mortgage again, and will you still be struggling? And maybe the answer to this is just sell the sucker and rent. That's what I say. Elizabeth, girlfriend, tell me what's on your mind tonight.
Yeah, hi, Susie. Thanks for taking my call. My daughter is 30. She was recently engaged December of last year, and basically doesn't seem to have a budget for this wedding, and I will be getting some inheritance from my dad, who loved to watch your show. And I wondered if it made sense to help them out with some of that inheritance money, because I don't have, well, anyway.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what you were about to say that you didn't say.
What?
Because I don't have any money to help them, and if I hadn't gotten this inheritance, I wouldn't be able to help them at all. Is that what you were about to say?
That's correct.
That is correct. Therefore, your father left you money.
Right.
Your father left you money because he wanted to make your life a little easier for you, because how old are you right now?
I'm 60.
60. And at 60, you don't have a whole lot more years for you to work. I can tell you, I'm 63 here. And when you're 60 and you start getting in the 60s, it starts to hit you, don't you, that we're getting older. We don't have time left. Wouldn't you want to take that money and be able to keep it and invest it for yourself so that your own life would be easier, Elizabeth? Come on, be honest with me, wouldn't you?
I'm not hurting right now.
Not hurting right now. Will you be hurting if time goes on and then more medication starts and you need an aid and all of those things happen as you get older? Will you be hurting then?
Possibly. I don't know.
Possibly. Listen to me. I can hear it in your voice. This is not something that you want to do. This is something that you think you need to do because maybe your daughter has given you a guilt trip. Your father used to love to watch the Suze Orman show. If he loved watching me, here's what I would have said to him if he had called in. Yes, I know you're going to leave money to your daughter, but please make sure that your daughter understands that this money is for her and it should not be used on your granddaughter. He would have agreed with me, sweetheart, because that's what Suze Orman would have told him to tell you. So since he's not here to tell you, let me say this. He left it to you. If there's anything left after you're no longer here, you can leave it to your daughter then, but do not give it to any of it to her now. Keziah in Maryland, do you have a question for me?
Yes. My longtime boyfriend and I have decided to hold off on purchasing an engagement ring and buy him a new Harley instead. He will most likely need a cosigner due to poor credit. Should I cosign the loan? I have great credit, and we're hoping this new Harley loan will improve his as well.
Wait a minute. Am I getting this right? You're going to postpone buying an engagement ring, which, okay, I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. But you are going to postpone an engagement ring so you can co-sign a loan for him to buy a Harley. Do I have that right?
It would be for both of us.
It would be for both of you, but if that boyfriend of yours who's postponing getting this engagement ring all of a sudden has taken off on this Harley, because the Harley is in his name, you've co-signed it, he gets on it and he rides off into the sunset and you never see him again, girlfriend. And don't think it can't happen, because it happens all the time. Can you afford the payments on that Harley without him?
Yes.
You can. And you want to put yourself in that situation in case that happens?
Well, I trust him 100%. We've been together for a long time now and living together for a long time.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
And 23. How long have you been living with him?
For 3 years.
For 3 years. 3 years is not a long time. 3 years, I don't care if it was 6 years. I don't care if it was 16 years. Listen to me and listen to me closely. You are never, ever to co-sign a loan for anybody, no matter what. If he cannot qualify for this loan in his own name, here's what I'd be telling you. That means he has a bad FICO score. And have you not heard me say on this show, FICO first, then sex? Have you not heard me say that? You have fallen in love with somebody who doesn't have a good FICO score, isn't good with money, and you are not to be his savior. Don't you dare do this. Do you hear me? What's that feel like when you get a Suze Smackdown?
I just really walked away from this process looking at money completely different.
And later, Can I Afford It, Junior?
I want to buy a VIP moped for $800.
You want to spend $800 so you can make more money. Maybe it's just better not to spend it to begin with. Welcome back, everyone. Listen, if you have ever wondered what happens after a Suze Smackdown, well, you are about to find out. Tish was here just a little bit ago, and she asked me for a Suze intervention, and boy, did she get one. In case you missed it, here's a reminder of her visit.
I wanted a Suze intervention just because I wanted to get a financial fresh start. I know that I do spend a lot more than I take in, and just kind of tired of the same old routine and wanted to try something different.
You had a car that was perfectly great. It was running, you owned it outright, you did not have any car payment at all. And you walk into a showroom and you walk out with a brand new car that you did not need. Why did you do that?
I had a slight problem with my other car, and I kind of panicked and gave myself a reason to buy a new car for just in case purposes. Another reason I bought the car too
Be honest with me now. Be honest with yourself now. Go on.
Another reason I probably bought the car is probably why I spend so much money. I just feel like I work hard. I've always worked hard. I've always kept a job since 15. So I feel like if I work so hard, I should be able to enjoy my money.
And are you enjoying your money, Tish? Are you enjoying the life that you've created for yourself?
Absolutely not. You
took it upon yourself to literally sign your mother's name without her knowing it to one of your student loans because you wanted what you wanted when you wanted it.
Yeah, at the time I lost my financial aid. And opposed to being honest with my mom and just letting her know I lost the financial aid, I just wanted to just kind of keep it under wraps.
Tish, this isn't funny. You don't have any more excuses. Are you willing to really go for it, Tish, and have a total Tish transformation, really?
Yes, I'm ready.
Tish, I really smacked you good, didn't I, girlfriend?
Yes, you did.
What's that feel like? What's that feel like when you get a Suze Smackdown? Does your head just go, whoa?
No, you know what? I'm a big fan of the show, and I really came into this process knowing what to expect. And I know that whatever you say, however you say it, it comes with the best intention and motive behind it. So I wasn't offended. I wasn't, felt like I got beat up after the process. I just walked away feeling like I'm going to have a good start. And you were honest, and I was honest.
Did you have a good start? Did you? So tell me, what have you done? It's only been a little bit. What have you done? Tell me everything you've done in this short period of time.
Okay, for starters, I cut my entertainment budget down. I did cancel my Netflix and my Rhapsody. So that was saving about a little over $20 a month. Hair appointments, I'm now doing my own hair. I have gone out with friends, but I have budgeted, tremendously. Have told them, hey, I'm not going to spend all this money on food. I have really been watching my money. I put my bill due dates on calendars so I know what's coming up and how to budget that with my check. I have contacted student loan, people and let them know, hey, I'm in this process of trying to pay you guys back. I just got another job, so I'll be working on the weekends as a part-time social worker. I have had an opportunity to buy Beyonce tickets, and that was probably the hardest part of this entire process for me. I had the opportunity to see Beyonce in Chicago, and I'm a huge Beyonce fan. And I got a hold of a really good ticket, and I just watched the countdown on Ticketmaster just go from 2 minutes to 30 seconds in, and at the last minute, I just heard your voice like, if you got money to see Beyonce and travel to Chicago, then you have money to pay back those sunglasses that you stole from Lens Crafters. So
let's first of all, I'm loving everything that you're telling me, especially the fact that you got a second job. Because when you get yourself into financial trouble and you're already working full time and you're cutting back and there's still not enough money, then you have to bring in more income. So either you get a better job or you get another job. Now, you just said something about your sunglasses, because out of all the points that I made, that was a very interesting point. Just let's take a few seconds and let's show everybody the point that I made, what not paying a credit card bill is tantamount to. When you charge money on a credit card, you borrow money and you get something, you have a physical item for what you charged. And you then do not make a payment on that card. In a certain way, you're getting something that you've never paid for. Agreed?
Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, I want you to think about it. It's not exactly the same, but on some level, when somebody goes into a store and they shoplift or they do whatever and they steal it, the store is out those sunglasses. You put it on your credit card, you have the sunglasses, you've never paid them, they're out those sunglasses. The end result is exactly the same. I have to tell you the truth is that a lot of people could have said, oh, Susie, it's not stealing, why'd you do that? But it kind of is. So when I said that to you, what happened at that moment in time?
It really made me think about a lot of the credit purchases that I have made over the years since, I've been getting credit cards since 18 years old. They've been coming in the mail. I went to college and, fill out a credit card application for a pizza or whatever coupon or something stupid. And I never thought about when you're charging it and then it gets charged off. It's kind of essentially kind of stealing from the bank because you're never paying them their money. So I just really walked away from this process looking at money completely different and just really looking at what am I buying on credit and not paying back. So that was an eye-opener for me that I could have bought Beyonce tickets and been perfectly okay and figured out some way to make everything meet. But that's what I really kind of heard in my head, like, you could pay back those sunglasses that you're probably going to wear to Beyonce's concert.
And here's the thing. You're now seeing clearly. You now are getting a taste of integrity, of standing in your truth, of seeing what is possible because of what you yourself can create versus what's probable because of what you can do on credit and just having this attitude, I work hard and therefore I deserve it. In the short time since you were here and you are here again now, besides the financial stuff that you obviously are on track, and I couldn't be more proud of you if I tried. Do you feel different about who you are?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I feel more mature. In that very short amount of time, I definitely feel more of an adult and making adult-like decisions and preparing for my future. I had an opportunity from my previous employer to get some IRA money back. And they sent me a letter and talked about my money total vested. And the options were I could either cash out the money and just get a check, or I could roll it over. And at first it was kind of tempting to get the money, but after I thought about how much they're going to deduct in taxes and things of that nature, which I would have never thought about before this process, I decided, hey, I'm just going to roll it over. And I opened an IRA that very same week and rolled that money over. So it felt really good to make a decision like that.
Girlfriend, your life has just begun. You know, I sit here and I always say it's never too soon to begin and it's never too late to start. You have started and you are now walking down the path towards financial freedom one step at a time, and you are now the master of your own financial destiny. My dear Tish, I couldn't be happier for you if I tried. For me, when I see this happen to just one person, just you, Tish, all the years that I've spent on the Suze Orman Show are worth it just because of you tonight.
Thank you so much, Susie.
All right, sweetheart, love you. Talk to you soon. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I think it would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see the culture of the Middle East.
So you're looking at $20,000 to $30,000 when you graduate of student loan debt, correct?
Correct.
Also, so are you asking me if you can spend $65,000 on another car besides the car that you have for your dogs? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes, I am.
What do you want to buy?
Porsche Boxster, upgrading our kitchen.
VIP moped for $800.
Here we go, everybody, with the Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in. You tell me what it is that you want to buy. I will ask you a few questions about your money, all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to judge what you want to buy, but I'm going to ask you if you can afford it or not by the money you have. So here we go. Gretchen, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm a student, and I want to go to the Middle East, to Israel and Jordan this January 2015 over break. I think it would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see the culture of the Middle East and to read and to see about the places that I actually read in the Bible. It's $3,800.
So keep going. Go on.
It's $3,800 for 10 days, and it's all-inclusive.
And this is something that you're going to go with other kids. You're going to not be alone, correct? It's a school activity?
Yep, my school's going with and the professors and stuff.
You got it. Girlfriend, show me your money.
All right. Well, right now, I only take home $40 a month. My expenses are a minimal $28 a month. And the only debt I have is a student loan. That's $5,500, but it is deferred because I'm still in school. I live on campus during the year and at home during the summer. And in savings, I have $6,500 in liquid and $1,100 in investments.
And how are you going to pay for this?
Well, right now I have $300 saved up for the trip. I also plan on making $1,500 over the summer. And then I was also planning on taking some out of my savings and possibly my investments.
All right, so let me just ask you this, all right, because you also say you have $6,500 liquid, which means you could pay for this $3,800 right from there. You're 19 years of age. Will you be going back to school again and taking out more student loan debt next year and the year after that as well? Or is this your total student loan debt that you will ever have?
I will probably go back and take out more loans next year. I'm a freshman, so.
So if you're a freshman now, then you're looking at another $5,500, another $5,500, another $5,500. So you're looking at $20,000 to $30,000 when you graduate of student loan debt, correct?
Correct.
Correct. And when you do graduate, you're going to have to pay that student loan debt back, correct?
Correct.
Correct. So here's what I would say to you. You are denied. And the reason, yes, and the reason that you are denied is that this is not a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You may think it is, but it's not. As you get older and you're making more money and you are out of student loan debt and you're working, you're going to be able to go there. You're only 19 years of age. Student loan debt first, then you can go on trips. Katie, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thanks for taking my call.
Anytime.
We are interested in upgrading our kitchen. We bought our home in 2008. It's built in 1964 and was updated in the 80s and used as a rental property. We updated our living room in 2009, and we'd like to upgrade our kitchen to match the rest of our home.
I get that. There's nothing more beautiful than a beautiful kitchen in a home, so show me the money.
All right. We are estimating between $50,000 and $65,000 for the upgrade. We've given it a range based on our prior upgrade experience. Our combined income is $12,760. Our expenses are $11,785. The only debt we have is our mortgage, which is $229,000. In savings, we have $106K liquid, $238K in investments, and $551K in retirement. And then we have $62K in a 529 plan.
And how are you going to pay for this?
Well, we would like to use $17,000 from our liquid savings, $13,000 cash from investments. We would like to sell about $3,500 from our employee stock purchase plan, and then we have $25,000 gift from my husband's parents.
So they're going to be giving you $25,000 because you know you need at least $97,000 in your emergency fund for you to be okay with everything. So you're going to still have that if you only take $10,000 or whatever it is from that account, correct?
Yes.
And so you want to, and this, it's been almost 20 some odd years since your kitchen has been upgraded. Is this a home that you're going to stay in for the rest of your life?
Yes.
All right, so you are 45 years of age. I'm looking at what you have, and you have been approved only because you're getting a $25,000 gift from your husband's parents. If you were going to be doing this all on your own, I would have denied you so fast I can't even tell you. But because of that gift, cook them a great dinner. Do you understand? Barbara, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I'd love to buy a Porsche Boxster. I have adored Porsche since I was 17 years old. I had a 1999 Boxster and participated in club activities. Now I'm retired, and I'd love to have one again so I can be active as well as have fun driving it. And the cost for this would be between $60,000 and $65,000.
So I just have to ask you, girlfriend, why'd you get rid of the one that you had?
I needed a bigger car at the time.
And at the time now you don't need a bigger car. Do you know all these years I thought it was a Porsche Boxer, and I'm just learning for the first time it's a Boxster, and you rather have a Boxster than a Tesla or any of those cars?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Girlfriend, show me the money.
Okay, our take-home pay is $10,500, and that includes my pension. Our expenses are $5,502 a month. For debt, my husband has a $25,000 student loan that he co-signed for my daughter at 2.5%. I have a $9,000 car loan, and we have a $359 a month car lease that his company covers for him. In savings, we have $140,000 in liquid, $394,000 in investments, and $954 in retirement.
So are you going to get rid of one of these other cars so you can get this Boxster?
Well, his car is for his business, and my other car is a small SUV that I use for my dogs.
So are you asking me if you can spend $65,000 on another car besides the car that you have for your dogs? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes, I am.
You want that Boxster so much that that's what you want at the age of 63. We have the same age. You really want that at this point in time? How are you going to pay for it?
Well, I'm going to take $15,000 out of my liquid savings, and I'm going to finance the rest of it. Now, I know how you feel about paying cars off in 3 years, but I was thinking of paying this off in 4 years because it has a 4-year warranty, and I plan on keeping it a long time.
What difference does it make that it has a warranty and that's how long you're going to pay for it? One has nothing to do with the other. If it's paid off and it's still under warranty, you're okay. So are you ready for this decision? Do you get where I'm going here?
Yes, I do.
You do. All right. So then, since you already know what I'm going to say, why don't we say it together? You are ready?
Okay.
Approved.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Here is why you are approved. I do not want you to finance this car at all. I want you to take this money out of the $140,000 that you have liquid, and I want you to buy it outright. You don't need to finance it. Your pension is covering most of your expenses. Just buy the car outright, girlfriend. You don't need to make payments. Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
All right, now it's time for Can I Afford It, Junior? I love this part of the Suze Orman Show. This is where somebody under the age of 16 calls in and tells me what it is they want to buy, and I approve or deny them. Ready, Zach? What do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I'm so excited to talk to you.
Thanks, Zach. What do you want to buy?
I want to buy a VIP moped for $800.
How come? How come you want it?
I want to drive to my friends and sports practices, and then I was thinking I could get another job as well.
So this will allow you to make even more money. So you want to spend money, you want to spend $800 so you can make more money. Maybe it's just better not to spend it to begin with, but boyfriend, show me the money.
All right. My take-home is about $400 a month from allowance and my paper route. My expenses are $150 a month. That includes paying for my cell phone, my YMCA membership, entertainment, clothes, and sports. And then I have no debt. And in savings, I have $780 at home, $2,585 in liquid, $1,097 in investments, $2,675 in a Roth IRA, and $24,646 in a 529 plan.
You have this money seriously diversified, do you not?
Yeah, I do.
You do. And Zach, $800, how are you going to pay for this out of where?
I'm going to pay for it in my cash and savings.
So you're going to use all the money that you have in your home bank, and you're going to then just take some of it out of your liquid. Is that correct?
Yep, and then by the time I bought it, I'd probably have another check, so then I'd just take it from that.
I got it. Now, everybody, will I approve or will I deny Zach? So for my final verdict, we're going to do that later in the show. Want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and you will find the information that you need to know there to come and play with me right here. And if we choose you to be on the air, RoboMan, we will give you a T-shirt with, there it is, my verdict on it. For you. There you go. Next, I tackle trending topics in Ask Susie. Always do that which makes you feel more powerful with your money. And later, it's Susie 911, help for your money emergency. Do you think she is the type of woman that's going to say, sorry, half of those homes are mine, buy me out? What do you think she's going to say?
I would think she's going to ask for half the home.
Welcome back, everybody, to the control room at CNBC headquarters. So many ways for you to be part of the Suze Orman Show. Please take a look at your screen. You can send in an email, join me on Facebook, or if you send in a tweet and put hashtag Ask Susie, it comes to us right here. And if we choose it, your tweet will be on the air. Let's see what's trending right now. We have from @Nettercat. Roth IRAs allow penalty-free withdrawals of contributions. Also true from a Roth IRA converted from a traditional. Not quite. It doesn't work the same way. With a Roth IRA that you contribute to at any time from day one, you can, as your tweet said, withdraw any money you originally put in, no taxes or penalties, regardless of your age. When you do a traditional IRA and convert it to a Roth IRA, that money has to stay there until at least 5 years. After 5 years, then you can withdraw any amount that was your original principal, meaning not the growth of that money when you converted it, but the original amount that you converted. You can withdraw that after 5 years. Let's see what else is trending. We have at Larry MH. I already maxed my 401k. Is 65 too old to start a Roth? I don't think it's too late to start a Roth, my friend. Listen, with a Roth IRA, you do not have to make mandatory withdrawals as you do with a 401k or an IRA. So I love Roth IRA, so it's never too soon to start a Roth IRA, and in my opinion, it is never too late. We are going to the Suze webcam. We are going to Pennsylvania. We have Crystal. Girlfriend, you have a question for me?
Yes, I do. How are you doing, Susie?
Great.
I'm financing a car for 36 months at 0.9%. I have the money in savings to pay off the entire loan now, and there's no penalty for prepayment. However, I worry that doing so could negatively affect my credit score. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to negatively affect your credit score at all. Here's the real question. Would you feel better owning the car outright, or do you care about it at 0.9% interest rate? Could you do something else with that money, such as fund a Roth IRA, such as pay down maybe your mortgage debt, whatever it may be at a higher interest rate? Is there anything else you could do with that money that would be better than paying off that car loan?
I fully fund a Roth IRA, and I signed up for a 401k with my work, and it's a Roth 401k, and they match 4%, so I put my money in that. I have at least a 10-month emergency fund, so the money isn't hurting me just sitting in savings, but I feel better paying it off.
But then, girlfriend, there is the answer to your question. Listen to me closely here. Always do that which makes you feel more powerful with your money. It's not always about the best thing to do financially speaking. It's the best thing to do emotionally speaking, because when you feel more powerful, you have more energy. When you have more energy, other people are attracted to you in every possible way. Job promotions, pay raises, who knows, even relationships. So do what makes you feel powerful. That's the answer to this question. Let's go back to the studio, and here's what's coming up next. Need help right now? It's Susie 911.
About 2 years ago, he rushed into a marriage, and I just found out it's on the brink of divorce. Is there anything that we can do to salvage this before she wipes everything out?
This is sad. And later, my final verdict for Zach. What are you invested in within your Roth?
Disney and S&P 500.
Zach, I'm loving you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Suze Orman Show. It's time for Suze 911, where help for your money emergency is just a phone call away. Let's activate the call wall categories and find out what my next caller needs immediate help with. Caller, what is your name and what is your money emergency? It has to do with family and finances. Go for it.
Hi, Susie. This is Kathleen from Michigan, and my money emergency actually involves my dad. He is 66 years old, and about 2 years ago, he rushed into a marriage, and I just found out it's on the brink of divorce. His wife is 51. He bought her a car. He put her name on the title of several of his homes, even though he has mortgages out on them. And I found out that about 6 months ago, he bought her a house that he bought without a mortgage, could put it completely in her name.
Yep.
She does work, but he basically has funded everything in the marriage. She hasn't brought any assets in. He was on the verge of retirement, going to be a few years away, but now he's saying that's impossible if the divorce goes. They had no prenup or anything. Is there anything that we can do to salvage this before she wipes everything out?
So, Kathleen, let me just ask you this. Did your father put this woman's name on the title as joint tenancy with right of survivorship?
I actually don't know. I just know that both of their names are on the titles of the majority of his homes, but in one, it's just hers.
All right, so the one that's just hers is going to be hers, and trust me, she is not going to give that back no matter what. The ones that the title, her name is on title, but she's not on the loan, depending how they're interacting with each other in terms of this divorce that they're going to have. The question will become, will she just take her name off title, or do you think she is the type of woman that's going to say, sorry, half of those homes are mine, buy me out? What do you think she's going to say?
I would think she's going to ask for half the home.
Yeah, if she's going to ask for half the home legally, there is nothing, in my opinion, that he can do about it because he already gifted it to her and took the steps to legally put her name on title. If anything, this is something that you need to learn from, everybody watching needs to learn from, that a second marriage, a third marriage, can you just keep your assets into your own names? And if you're going to do something with somebody else, like a new wife, do it with new money, but just keep what you already have, just yours. So this is sad. This is sad because there's not a lot we can do about it. So given financially, maybe this is what's going to happen to your daddy. Emotionally, stick by him. Do not ever say to him, I told you so, because he's going to need your help now, your love now, your support now more than ever before. And if you have a money emergency and need my help, just go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and hit Suze 911. My final verdict for Zach is next. In this particular situation, I'm just going to play it straight with you, boyfriend. Welcome back to the Can I Afford It? Final verdict. Earlier tonight, 15-year-old Zach asked me if he could afford to spend $800 on a VIP moped.
I want to drive to my friends and sports practices, and then I was thinking I could get another job as well.
Zach, are you still there?
Yep.
All right, sweetheart, let's remind everyone about your money. You make $400 a month from your allowance and paper route. Your expenses are $150 a month, which includes entertainment, clothes, and your cell phone. You have no debt. You have in savings $780 at home and more than $2,500 in liquid money, $1,100 in investments, and almost $2,700 in a Roth IRA. Zach, I have to tell you, I seriously love that. And you have about $25,000 in a 529 plan. And you want to take the $800 from your piggy bank, which will soon have more in it. Now, Zach, what are you invested in within your Roth?
Disney and S&P 500.
Zach, I'm loving you. I'm loving you. If you didn't already belong to somebody, I'd say, Zach, come and be my son. I'd be so proud of you. Listen, you work hard for your money. You're already paying for the things that most kids do not pay for. They just use their cell phone. They just do this. They just do that. You actually use the money that you're given for an allowance and you earn to take care of yourself. But you will be using 100% of the money that you have at home. And you know how I feel about percentages of money and things like that, using everything up. But in this particular situation, I'm just going to play it straight with you, boyfriend. You have been approved. You are doing great in every single aspect of your life. Do you hear me? In your financial life. And again, you are doing it the right way. So do you think I made the right decision with you?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Zach is a perfect child when it comes to money. Now, how did he get that way? You have to think about that. Did he just pop out that way? No, I am sure that it started with his parents educating him, making him pay for things, doing the right thing with his allowance, making him work for money. Your kids could all be that way. It all starts with you, believe it or not. But there's really only one thing that I want you to remember with your money, and it's this. People first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe. Bye-bye.